rhymes with trucking.
I'm standing here with Aaron Lukken. I have not met Aaron until about 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, and you walked by. Where are you from, Aaron?
Originally from Iowa, grew up in the Army, and practiced in Kansas City.
What do you practice? What do you do?
Anything that crosses a border.
Except for people.
Except for people. Paper that crosses a border. Garden variety stuff is if you're suing Honda or Lufthansa or any foreign defendant, you got to serve process, you got to get evidence. That requires a whole different procedural posture.
And this is, I'm always telling lawyers, talk to other lawyers that blog and let them tell you their stories. The problem is that they don't always know how to find those people. So I'm finding Facebook extremely effective to go on Facebook Live. So you walk up here and you're telling your story, and that's always great. How did you have a blog? What's the title of it?
HagueLawBlog.com.
And what do you write about?
Cross-border litigation.
Okay.
With kind of a cheeky bent. I put a whole lot of silliness into what otherwise would be a monumentally boring issue.
And as you described it a few minutes ago, when I asked that question, you said, hey, there could be litigation against a defendant, and they could have relationships or portions of companies in multiple countries. So you might have 5 or 6 countries that you've got to serve the defendant in, and everything's got to be done well, coordinated, and whatnot. And so not only are you writing about that, people are finding you.
Yeah.
How do they find you?
They literally go to Google and they type in service of process in Italy, and my blog comes up. Shameless plug though, if you need CLE hours, we're going to Italy in November. So I'm speaking on a program in Rome.
Yeah. Wait till they pay for you and your wife to go to Italy.
They pay for her to go to Italy.
Okay. See, that's when the blog really starts to pay off. That's when you can tell her that somebody is paying for our expenses to go someplace.
Right.
Because they actually want me to talk about what I write about on my blog.
Right.
You launched the blog how long ago?
In November. Not even a year.
Okay.
Well, let me rephrase that. I self-published on my website and came on board with you guys in November, and that's when I finally started getting traffic.
Okay. Does it generate work for you?
Definitely. Every week.
How do the people find you? Just go to Google and they do searches like you just said?
They Google, or somebody says, oh yeah, I read a blog about that a month ago, go look for this guy. It's all organic. I don't pay for ads.
I'm assuming over time that as people research on this issue, they're looking at you as a thought leader and an authority in this arena.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope so, and with a sense of humor too.
Before, how long have you been doing this type of work?
Just a little over 4 years.
Okay, and you were with another firm before?
Right, before I started my own thing, I worked for a translation company based out of New York that did this kind of work with a couple of lawyers in Kansas City. Started my own thing in January of 2016.
Okay,
and it really didn't take off till I was on LexBlog.
And without even just going back to that, what do you tell lawyers that are on the fence about whether to blog or not to blog, or if they're going to blog, what they should be looking to do?
Well, I gave a CLE session last June at the end of the Missouri and Kansas reporting year. It was all about legal blogging, and I said I'm not an expert, but there's this Kevin O'Keefe guy. Follow him. Well, and my point to him was, look, you've got to do this. If you don't have some way to get out into the cloud of the internet, nobody's going to know you're there.
Right.
The Yellow Pages don't really do it anymore.
Yeah,
unless you're doing elder law, and then that's the best place to be.
Yeah, Sean Tuna, who blogs on cybersecurity and privacy issues down in Dallas, and somebody told him before he started blogging, he goes, Sean, you're very good at what you do. He goes, it's too bad nobody knows about it. and he thought about it, and he said, you're right, I have to do something.
Right.
And so that's what he did. He started to blog.
It's the only. I don't care if you're doing DUI work in Raymore, Missouri, or doing what I do. Maybe 2% of my client base is actually in Kansas City. I've got clients in Canada, California, New York's my biggest market for obvious reasons. But it doesn't matter what your practice area is. if your clients don't know you exist, what's the point?
Yeah. If there's ever anything we can do for you, let me know.
Put me on TV.
We put you on TV.
Wait.
Hey, we're on TV.
We're on TV.
And I owe you a beer because you wrote a blog post about, and we took the conference, put it up on
I was
LexBlog.
just being a smart aleck about
Yeah,
that.
but we buy beer. We're known for beer for bloggers. And we didn't do one here because there's no way we're going to top Cleo's party in some probably incredible place this evening.
I'm hoping.
Is this the first time you've been to this conference?
First time to
What
this
do
conference.
you think so far after half a day?
I'm a little overwhelmed, actually. There's there are far too many people here that are smarter than I am, and that tends to scare me.
What do you think about the quality of the conference, though, overall?
It's been fantastic. Not just the speakers, but the vendors and the whole air of the place is it's taking what you might think is pretty boring stuff and making it a good time.
Oh, it is good. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Kevin.